Right, guys, as was mentioned by Alex Salmond on Friday and I covered yesterday, it seems he could well be ready to hand over the evidence he has to back up his claims against Sturgeon. Meaning, if his legal advice is correct, it should be cheerio to old fish lips. Enjoy stepping down for breaching the ministerial code, you corrupt little hobgoblin. Personally, I think she should be arrested for this and destroying one of the four greatest countries on the planet, alongside England, Northern Ireland, and Wales, but we ain't that lucky, are we? These self-serving traitorous tosspots belong in the tower, as I've said many times. But as it stands, we will take wee Jimmy Cranky getting kicked to the curb in disgrace because beggars can't be choosers. Now, we also had one of Sturgeon's minions facing the possibility of a vote of no confidence in Parliament for his snivelling shitweasel behaviour, so Nicola Sturgeon is certainly not having a good week. This evidence going to the committee should be the nail in the coffin, to be honest, and if she actually cared about the SNP and getting her fake independence, surely she would just step down and let someone else lead to prevent damaging the cause. Of course, she is a selfish politician, so we'll try and Teflon Don her way out of it. Now, this evidence should be ready in time to roast Nicola Sturgeon, the Lord Advocate, and a Crown agent, so we should be looking forward to that over the next couple of days. Personally, I can't wait to see her squirm in the chair on Wednesday. I'm sure some of you guys are looking forward to it as well. But enough of all that, let's see what the Telegraph has to say. It headlines: Nicola Sturgeon faces triple threat as MSPs demand evidence to corroborate Alex Salmond allegations. The inquiry is expected to request a cache of documents from Mr. Salmond's solicitors that he claimed proved there was a plot against him. Nicola Sturgeon is facing a triple threat to her political career as a Holyrood inquiry and opposition MPs demand the evidence that would corroborate Alex Salmond's claims she repeatedly breached the ministerial code, which is obviously how it needs to be done. All of this shit needs to be pushed on her relentlessly to see her kicked out the door. It goes on: ahead of the First Minister's appearance on Wednesday, the committee conducting the inquiry is on Monday expected to formally request a cache of documents from Mr. Salmond's solicitor that he claimed proved there was malicious plot against him. Now, obviously, that might have already been done. I don't know at this point. I haven't seen anything at the time of recording. By the time you watch it, it could well have come out. It is understood a majority of the committee supports the move, which was suggested by Mr. Salmond in his closing remarks of his 6-hour evidence session on Friday as a means of circumventing the Scottish Government and Crown Office. MSPs hope to have the evidence cleared by the committee's legal advisers in time for Lord Advocate James Wolfe and Crown Agent David Harvey giving evidence on Tuesday and Miss Sturgeon on Wednesday. The First Minister is believed to have set aside 5 hours in her diary. The Scottish Tories have also lodged a motion of no confidence in John Swinney, the Deputy First Minister, over his refusal to hand over SNP government's legal advice during Mr. Salmond's successful judicial review. Mr. Douglas, their leader, gave Mr. Swinney 24 hours to release the advice or face a vote to remove him after the SNP government ignored 2 Holyrood demands for it to be provided. The Liberal Democrats said they would back the Tory motion and it will be considered today by Anas Sarwar, the new Scottish Labour leader. It is understood that the Greens will wait to see what is said in the motion before making a decision, because obviously the Greens usually always support the SNP's bullshit. Mr. Salmond told the inquiry that the external counsel appointed by Miss Sturgeon's government advised it would probably lose the case, and later threatened to resign unless it was conceded, something I've covered previously in a video. And as a matter of fact, the rest of it there is just going on about what we've covered before. If you want to see any of that, I'll link the article, and you can also watch my videos covering previous evidence. These 3 utter shitstorms here should very well end Nicola Sturgeon if you ask me. Shit, when the Lord Advocate and Crown Agent go into the committee tomorrow, it could well be the end of Nicola Sturgeon then. If they get absolutely roasted and caught out many times over, surely she would have to step down before she even speaks. Though to be honest, she could still Teflon Don her way out of this. Let's be honest, it's Nicola Sturgeon, the SNP and corrupt politicians we're talking about. Let's hope the Salmond evidence though is as damning as he claims it is, and as damning as I expect it will be. That there should literally be enough to end this shit show. I know the polls have run around saying that the SNP won't win independence and all this bollocks, but let's be honest, I don't trust the polls. As a matter of fact, I trust Nicola Sturgeon and Boris Johnson about as much as I trust polling companies. YouGov, for instance, are literally full of shit.
We're off!